Best murder by words from Reddit.
Imagine knowing a guy that can solve all your financial problems without asking for sex.
His name is employment. Responses to Bill Cosby's recent tweets about being America's dad.
No please.
You know he does not understand those two words. Dodgeball is a tool of oppression used to dehumanize others, researchers argue.
Whoever wrote this probably got picked last every time.
My brother-in-law would sit at Thanksgiving dinner and smugly spout off these insane anti-vax facts about how these diseases were developed. His dad started speaking to him in sign language, and my ex-Bill started talking back in sign language, and my ex-Phil finally said,
"So you know how I taught you sign language when you were small, and why I learned to sign? I use sign language because your uncle lost his hearing from polio and subsequently died at 17. You are less than one generation removed from polio, and you have the audacity to sit at a table and claim vaccines are a hoax. You are an entitled shit, and your ego is going to cause many people pain and suffering just because you have to think you are the smartest person in the room." Watching soccer is a lot like going to a shitty bar. I am watching Europeans try to score and failing. Football is a lot like education. The American version requires you to wear your body weight in armor and there is still no guarantee you won't get maimed. Let me get this straight. You are asking me what has gotten better with the current generation? The generation that snorts condoms and eats Tide Pods?
As opposed to the generations that made black people use separate water fountains and fired folks for being gay. I will take the condom trick any day.
They say the killer always returns to the scene of the crime. The fact that I am a new reporter just makes it all the more hilarious.
It seems like the killer was very handsome. But how do you? I just know it.
Nice framing handsome people, so you won't get suspected. Clever.
I asked my husband if I am the only one he has been with. He said yes, the others were all 9s and 10s.
Veteran only get one officially recognized day, but gays get a whole month, because they are so brave, and they do so much for our country.
If you actually cared more about honoring everyone who has served and less about discriminating the LGBT community, you would know that May is Military Appreciation Month. Nice try though.
Hi, I'm getting in touch about your listing on TradeMe. Wild Rider, original pencil drawing. I'm sure you have listed with the best intentions on the site, but unfortunately, we don't allow this to be sold on TradeMe. This is because this is a family-friendly site, and out of respect for the PM, we don't think this needs to be on the site.
Thanks, James. I completely understand you need to maintain certain standards on your family site, so customers can browse strap-on dildos, GIMP masks, emoji-themed butt plugs and barbed cock rings without coming across something as vulgar as a drawing of a female body. Keep up the good work. https://www.tradem.co.nz/home-living/lifestyle/r18adult/anal-toys/listing.
Noel Gallagher, a god. Beautiful. British and the Aussies are on an entire different level than us Americans when it comes to English. Yeah. We know when to use apostrophes.
For context, this video is blocked in Thailand. Here are one reason why.
Probably got blocked for explicit content, as I have never seen 11 women get fucked so bad. Once a guy on Grindr sent me hung, so I sent him a cock picture, and he said, "You could have just said no," and then blocked me.
If God made you a male, that is not a mistake. If God made you a female, that is not a mistake. Saying any different is insulting a perfect creator. Read your word.
God made you a brunette, yet you are now a blonde. God gave you a bad vision, yet you fixed it with glasses. God gave you crooked teeth, yet you straightened them with braces. Trans people change the outside to match the inside just like you do. Sit down, Jesus said to. Imagine if you could not watch the videos you love.
Imagine if you could not watch the videos you love because the platform they were on demonetized them all. and the creators became unmotivated and stopped making the content they were previously paid for. Winston, if you were my husband, I would put poison in your coffee.
Nancy, if you were my wife, I would drink it. So you are anti-abortion, but also anti-vax. Make up your mind. Do you want the kid dead or not? This video is misleading, possibly deliberately so. There are people born with Y chromosomes who are female, and it is not that rare. To say so is not leftist. You just need an education in genetics. Further, there are people born intersex, and it is genetic.
You look like a nice guy, Philip, but she is a pediatrician.
And I'm the president of the International Genetics Federation. I asked my 4-year-old daughter this morning whether she thought it would be more fun to have a job or be a mommy. She said, to be a mommy, so I can cuddle my babies. Clearly, she has already been victimized by the patriarchy. I asked my 6-month-old the same question and she said, the false dichotomy in the premise of this question proves the ongoing need for feminism. You would never ask a boy to choose between procreation and professional fulfillment.
This man asked me out on a date. He was actually fine as hell, but when I asked him where we going, he said, and I quote, ladies Applebee's. I busted out laughing at his silly cheap ass. I told him, I own my own shop, a house, a BMW, and stocks. I can buy Applebee's. Then I walked away. You should have seen his face. I am worth more than Applebee's, you have to impress me and that ain't it. Ladies, keep them standards high as hell, don't settle for a broke man.
So because he offered to take you to dinner at Applebee's, he is broke. You had to tell him of all your worldly accomplishments to sound good. You don't know that man's financial status. He could own several Applebee's, he could be a broker, he could be a doctor, but you judged him off a restaurant. I am sure if I saw his face he would be laughing because he just dodged a bullet. You own all of those things but you still don't have a man. It is not because your standards are high, it is because you ain't shit.
Hey, remember when the Panama Papers came out and revealed that all the rich people in the world are part of enormous criminal conspiracy to dodge tax and hoard stolen wealth in offshore accounts and literally nothing happened?
That is not quite true. The reporter behind the story, Daphne Caruana Galizia, was murdered.
FBI seeks info from anyone in the US with knowledge of human rights violations committed abroad. If you have any info about perpetrators of genocide, war crimes, or other mass atrocities, please submit a tip or contact your FBI office or US Embassy or Consulate. #Human Rights Day.
Your own FBI agents were involved in my torture at Bagram in 2002. They waved pictures of my wife and children in front of me as I was shackled and beaten. They were present when the CIA threatened to send me to Egypt. I have obtained more details including photos. Get in touch. Hello Kim.
Sup weirdo.
Why do I have to be weirdo?
If you were not a weirdo, Kim would have given you her real phone number.
Fuck you Target. I just want some goddamn shoes.
He is going to be disappointed when Pride Month ends, and the shoes are still not in the shirt section.
Fuck it up.
She tried her best to help and I get the feeling you were probably a bitch about it. I hope they don't fire this young lady because you are impatient and expect perfection from a fast food restaurant. I can't imagine how you act in a nice restaurant.
Do your teeth fall out when you are eating?
I would ask your man, but I went through your photos and he looks like he left your ass after he knocked you up.
Men wear $60 boxers for $3 worth of dick.
Women wear Victoria's Secret panties for pussy that are not secret. Half our property taxes go to education, and then people can't even spell wear right.
I have an unpopular opinion. I am anti-vax, but I don't believe vaccines cause autism or don't work. I am anti-vax because I believe disease is here for a reason, population control. Plus we are just creating superbugs.
Nothing says a mother's love better than letting your kids die in the name of population control. Why are your boobies flat?
Because I'm laying on my back.
When you stand up they will be long again.
Yes.
Why do all the cute guys have to be gay? Such a waste of a man.
There is almost 8 billion people. Maybe the problem is not them being gay.
Jesus Christ. You are like 15, calling these timeless. Timeless is a concept you are not even capable of perceiving yet. This is a vinyl wrap. Vinyl is a type of plastic, not rubber. They will touch on that in one of your upcoming chemistry classes. And you are what? A middle-aged person screaming at someone in Reddit comment for not knowing what a wrap is. They might not be interested in cars at all. Go back to your 9 to 5 office job, funding your cheating wife's shitty pyramid scheme. The deadass used Jetty Images photo of a shark and cropped it onto their post. LMFAO that Sue is a fucking joke.
That is what stock photos are for. Did you think he actually photographed a dude chilling with sharks?
I'm glad, when I used to skate as a kid my parents did not make me look like a dork by wearing some pointless helmet. Generation Snowflake strikes again.
Imagine how nice you would have been without all the head injuries.
Check out our newest videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.